On October 21, 2024, it was just before sunrise in Fall City, Washington, a small, peaceful community still wrapped in sleep. The Humiston family was known to neighbors as kind, close-knit, and devout. Mark and Sarah Humiston, both in their early 40s, homeschooled their young children and were often seen playing in the yard or attending local church events. To anyone on the outside, they seemed like the picture of a loving, all-American family. But on that Monday morning, a 911 call shattered that illusion. A teenage boy, frantic on the line, told dispatchers that his younger brother had shot several members of their family, then turned the gun on himself. But even in that moment of panic, something felt off. When police arrived minutes later, they were met with a scene that would haunt even the most seasoned investigators. Inside the home, 5 bodies lay still. Mark and Sarah had both been shot in the head. Their children, Benjamin 13, Joshua 9, and little Catherine, only 7 years old, were also found with fatal gunshot wounds, all executed at close range. It was clear these were not random acts of violence. This was calculated. And yet, amid the devastation, there was one glimmer of life. An 11-year-old girl, one of the children, had survived. Bleeding from her hand and neck, she had pretended to be dead until the shooter, her brother, left the room. Once it was safe, she ran to a neighbor's house for help. Her escape was not only courageous, it was the key to uncovering the truth, because the story her older brother had told, 911? It was a lie. It wasn't the younger sibling who had committed the murders, it was him, the 15-year-old son. And according to investigators, the crime had been carefully planned. He had waited until early morning, took his father's handgun from a locked box, one that only he knew the code to, and one by one, he murdered his parents and siblings as they slept. Then, to cover his tracks, he attempted to stage the scene as a murder-suicide. He placed the gun near his 13-year-old brother's body, hoping to convince authorities that the younger boy had carried out the killings in a fit of rage. But the surviving sister's account unraveled everything. When questioned, the teen showed little emotion, no clear motive, no remorse, just a quiet, almost blank detachment. Later, investigators would learn that he had been struggling in school, recently failing several tests. He'd written that he was upset over it, but nothing could justify what he had done. He now faces multiple counts of aggravated murder and attempted murder. Due to the severity of the crime, prosecutors are seeking to try him as an adult. The community of Fall City has been left stunned, grieving the loss of a family that seemed so full of promise. People struggle to understand how a son, a brother, could turn so violently against the very people who loved him most. The surviving daughter, forever changed, is now in the care of extended family. Her bravery saved her life. Her story helped uncover the truth. But her path forward is one no child should ever have to walk. This wasn't just a tragedy, it was a betrayal, one that destroyed an entire family and left behind questions that may never be fully answered.